Hello and welcome to 12-Minute Review. I'm Skippy Lucky 7, and today I'll be doing a review on the new Rugrats reboot for Paramount Plus, the streaming service. Now, for those who don't know, Rugrats is a early Nickelodeon cartoon made by Classic Cupo. The show revolves around a bunch of babies who go on misadventures, starring Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Angelica, and their dog Spike, as well as with other characters that were later added on through the series, such as Susie, Dill, Tommy's brother, and Kimmy, Chucky's stepsister. Now, the reboot, I will say this off the bat, the reboot is okay. It's trying to it's not the same as the original because I do have some faults with it, and I watched the first episode, and the first episode sets its tone real quickly. But here are the changes that I got from the reboot. Grandpa is now like this new age, like yoga guru grandpa, which and like it doesn't seem right because like in the original Rugrats, Grandpa was like this. Oh, I've been through a lot of things you kids will never have been through. But now he's like, I'm all peace loving. Chill, man. He's like that, and I don't really like that. Grandpa had some great moments in the original Rugrats where he was like, time to watch some naughty space girls from Planet 58 and stuff. Like he was great, but like this new grandpa, he's just too melancholy. He's just too neutral. Also, they got rid of Betty and Phil and Lil's dad, Howard. They got rid of him because in an interview, the new voice actress for Betty, Kathy Source used to voice Betty, Phil and Lil's mom. Kathy Source still voices Phil and Lil, but she doesn't voice Betty anymore. And a new person who voices Betty is Natalie Morales, and she said in an interview saying that Betty's gay, 100% gay now, and she doesn't need a man. Well, she didn't say that, but they said that she's 100% gay now. Which in the original they never alluded to her being gay. She was more like this she woman who was like, "I'm tough, I'm strong," but she didn't act like she was all that. She was like, "I'm confident in myself," and like her husband Howard, he was sort of a like wimpy, but he felt confidence and he loved his wife. But I don't know why they got rid of Howard just to improve Betty's character when she doesn't like. I don't know why they did that. Other than that, they didn't bring back any of the original voice actors except for the main Rugrat babies, like Tommy Pickles as E.G. Daly, Chucky Finster, Nancy Cartwright, Susie, Cree Summer, Angelica Pickles, Cheryl Chase, and Kathy Source doing Phil and Lil. They didn't bring back because I know the voice actress of Dee Dee Pickles is still alive, and because they did a behind the voices with some of the old voice casts on the Nickelodeon YouTube channel. But they didn't bring back any of the original voice cast of Rugrats except for the babies, which I'm happy for. But you can tell like the voice actors are slowly getting older with age, and like at certain points their voice can strain out. Kathy Source plays Phil and Lil great, and like she hasn't cracked yet from the episodes that I've watched. But you can hear like Cheryl Chase, her high pitchedness is slowly going. Cree Summer sort of cracking. Nancy Cartwright and E.G. Daily, they're not like that, but like that's about it. Other than that, the characterization of the new generation, because like they made this Rugrats like for a like from the article that I read online saying that it's for like millennials, people who grew up in the 90s are now parents and who are now parents now. And like in the first episode they literally like the plot of the first episode is that Chucky accidentally eats a worm and he's scared of becoming a worm, and they try to go to the park that has a statue of a dinosaur so they can get a tooth and make a wish on the tooth so Chucky won't become a worm. And the grown-ups go to this like reunion tour of their favorite old band called Y2K, and like it's like badgering you on the head with like trying to be like referential, like they're trying to make references to Y2K, and like I don't like I'm a kid. When I was little, I didn't even know what Y2K was, and I doubt most kids during the '90s sort of knew what that was, except for probably teenagers or already grown adults. But the characterization of Dee Dee, because like in the original Rugrats, Dee Dee was a college teacher or professor, and Stu, he's still I believe he's still an inventor from the first episode. I've only watched about 3 episodes, and from what I've got, he's still an inventor. Drew Pickles is still, I think he runs his own business, and Charlotte became like part of the community board. I forgot what you call that. Community council, and she's also I believe an independent businesswoman. But like in the original, she was an independent businesswoman working for a big company, but now she's like working for the community board, the town council. That's it, the town council. I don't know what Betty runs her own coffee shop, like an all grown up, but the design's different and the name's different. But it's a nice. But I don't know if this is a reference to All Grown Up, where Betty and Chaz ran their own coffee shop. Chaz, I don't know what Chaz did in the original, and I don't know what Chaz is doing for his current job now. But like all the voice actors just sort of sound off. Dee Dee and Stu play their roles great, but hearing Dee Dee and Stu play their roles great, and Susie's mom and dad voice actors play their roles great, played by Omar Benson Miller and Nicole Breyer, and Stu Pickles is voiced by Tommy Dewey, which is sort of funny, and Dee Dee Pickles is played by Ashley Ray Spillers. But like everybody else feels off. Grandpa, Chaz, Betty, Charlotte, and Drew. Cause like I got too used to Trace McNeil's Tracy McNeil's voice of Charlotte, having like that authoritative voice and assertive. Sort of, for those who don't know, Trace McNeil voices Dot from Animaniacs, from the original and the reboot, and she originally voiced Charlotte. And like, it's just not the same without it. Also, it like the 3D animation looks nice, but at certain times in the show that you'll see, like with the lighting, the characters look really oily. Like they got dabbed with vinegar or oil, and they just look really oily. And like how they and like with the original Rugrats, like most people say, "Oh, I love the baby characters. Their misadventures were great." But also, you can appreciate the adults in the cartoons, because like they would have like their own separate side plot that fed into the baby's plot, or their main plot was like which enriched the baby's plot. Like, oh no, Tommy's dad accidentally forgot his memory. The babies help him, or the babies mistook something that the adults said, like, I have a frog in my throat. My dad has a frog in his throat. Let's get the frog out of his throat. No, that wasn't the dad, that was the grandpa. But still, but like with this new series, it just feels off. It feels like they're trying to be progressive with this new generation, but also at the same time, it feels like they're just being really distant with it. Like, it just doesn't feel right, because like it feels like down the line, sooner or later, they're gonna add a new original character for this different version of Rugrats, and the new character is gonna probably be like the most representable character in the world, or have a baby come and be like, "Hi guys, I'm the new baby, I represent this," and then Tommy and his friends are gonna be like, "Oh, we don't know what that is, but we accept you for who you are." It just sort of feels like that. Like, I know the people who probably worked on this show worked really hard, and they put in a lot of effort, and like the animation's not choppy compared to like something like Camp SpongeBob or Camp Coral, for SpongeBob, like where the animation looks really half baked and looks like a beta version, because like the lighting in this, the lighting in the show, the town settings and everything, that looks great. Because like literally in the first episode when they're driving through the town, it literally looks like something that you would see in an old '90s cartoon. Like the whole atmosphere of the show, the whole atmosphere of like the town feels like something that you would see in a small town back when you were a kid during like the '90s or early 2000s. But I don't know. The baby's writing is like A on, because like they got the babies, Angelica, Tommy, Phil, Lil, Chucky, Susie, all straight down. But like Susie, I will say this: Susie sort of got like dubbed down, because originally she used to be like this sort of frenemy of Angelica, but now it feels like Susie's just one of the babies, instead of being like this. Oh, I'm 3 years old and I'm sort of here to be like a older sister to you guys. But it doesn't feel like that anymore. But other than that, if I had to rate the new not Powerpuff Girls, new Rugrats reboot for Paramount Plus, out of like 1 out of 5 stars, I would say 3. It's doing its own thing, but it's using but it's using the beloved characters that we know, trying to rewrite everything that we previously learnt and that we cherished. I would have been okay with a complete original show not starring the Rugrats, or a new version of Rugrats where Tommy and the gang are all grown ups and their kids are going on misadventures. I would have appreciated that. But other than that, 3 stars out of 5 stars for the new Rugrats reboot. Watch the original, please.